As Count Dooku stood in his dimly lit chamber aboard the Invisible Hand, the sound of heavy mechanical footsteps echoed through the halls. The doors slid open, revealing a 7-foot-tall metal endoskeleton with glowing red eyes. Dooku raised an eyebrow, intrigued. So this is the machine. A battle droid stepped forward, waving its arms frantically. Sir, we ran every scan on it, and we have no idea what it is. The Terminator remained still, silent, watching. Dooku stroked his beard, smirking. Interesting. Sidious's voice cracked through the hologram projector. Do not underestimate its potential, Lord Tyrannus. This machine could turn the tide of the war. Dooku ignited his lightsaber and took a step forward. Let's see if it can fight. The T-800 didn't hesitate. It attacked immediately. Dooku quickly discovered that the Terminator was unlike any opponent he had ever faced. Unlike Jedi or Sith, it had no emotions, no fear, no hesitation. Its every move was calculated, every strike precise, and it did not tire. When a Jedi fights an opponent, they rely on sensing their emotions. Fear, anger, hesitation. But with the T-800, there was nothing. It was just a void in the Force, an unstoppable presence of pure function. Fascinating, Dooku mused after narrowly avoiding a punch that dented the walls of his ship. More battle droids flooded the room, opening fire. The T-800 did not even flinch. It marched through the blaster fire like a god of war, effortlessly crushing battle droids underfoot and ripping the head off of a super battle droid with one hand. Grievous, watching from the side, tilted his head. I like this one. Dooku smirked. Yes, I believe we've just found the Republic's greatest nightmare. The first time the T-800 saw action, the Republic thought it was just another droid. They were so wrong. Jedi generals and clone troopers were used to fighting droids. Droids were predictable. Droids were fragile. But this thing's unstoppable. When the T-800 stepped onto the battlefield, blaster fire bounced off its metal body like pebbles against Durasteel. A squad of clones unloaded everything they had. Z6 rotary blasters, thermal detonators, EMP rounds. It kept coming through it all. One Jedi desperately tried a mind trick. The Terminator ignored it completely. General, a clone commander called over the comms, watching in horror as the indestructible enemy marched forward. Yeah, we're gonna need, the entire fleet. Mace Windu ignited his lightsaber and sighed. I'll handle this. The fight was brutal. Windu attacked first, his lightsaber a blur of motion. Normally, against any opponent, this would be enough. But not this time. The Terminator predicted every strike. It dodged when necessary, absorbed attacks when needed, and when Windu finally landed a solid lightsaber strike, the machine didn't even react. Windu's eyes widened. There's no way. The T-800 grabbed his arm mid-swing and slammed him into the ground so hard the floor cracked. The other Jedi watching this battle immediately started reconsidering their own life choices. As the war continued, the Jedi realized that only one person might stand a chance against this thing. Enter Anakin Skywalker. When Anakin first saw the T-800 in action, he was both terrified and excited. Okay, yeah, he muttered, watching the T-800 shrug off a thermal detonator. That is not a normal droid. The fight of the century began. Anakin attacked with everything he had. Force pushes, saber strikes, aerial flips. But the Terminator adapted. It analyzed his patterns, counted his movements, and, unlike other enemies, it did not hesitate. Anakin was not used to fighting something that did not feel fear. He also was not used to an enemy grabbing him midair and throwing him through a building. This thing's insane, Anakin shouted into his comm as he pulled himself from the rubble. Obi-Wan sighed. Yes, I can see that, Anakin. Any ideas? Run. Meanwhile, Darth Sidious was watching all of this unfold and absolutely losing his mind with excitement. This machine is perfect. He decided to turn it on Dooku. At some point, Sidious secretly altered the T-800's programming, and, during one of Dooku's missions, it suddenly turned on him. What are you doing? Executing Order 67. And just like that, the greatest Sith duelist in the galaxy got bodied by a metal skeleton. When Order 66 was activated, the T-800 did not hesitate. It began hunting Jedi like a mechanical reaper. Unlike clones, it couldn't be mind-tricked. Unlike droids, it couldn't be destroyed. This thing did not stop. It stalked Jedi across the entire galaxy, following their trails, tracking them relentlessly. Some managed to escape, but most were not so lucky. Eventually, it just came down to Obi-Wan on Tatooine. You are a threat, the Terminator said, stepping forward. Obi-Wan, exhausted and in exile, just sighed. I am so tired of fighting machines. So, did the T-800 completely break the Clone Wars? No. Did it terrify the Jedi Order to its core? Yes, absolutely. Did it outlive Dooku, Grievous, and everyone else? Oh yeah. And the worst part? It's still out there somewhere. Watching. Waiting. And hunting. So, if Dooku had a Terminator, the war would have been an absolute nightmare. It wouldn't have won the war, but it would have forced the Republic to completely rethink their tactics. Would Anakin have survived? Would Palpatine have kept the Terminator as his new apprentice instead of Vader? Let us know in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Canon Chaos. And remember, it will be back.